You are tuned into Backstage Nonsense. This podcast is brought to you by Sunheri Yade and Behki Batein. Check out our upcoming show, A Cassette in My Walkman, on 6th of May, 6:30 p.m. at Dorothy Winston Center.
Hi, welcome to Backstage Nonsense. This is the bonus episode जहाँ पे we have the team of A Cassette in My Walkman. Welcome to the show, guys. It's such a pleasure to have you all together in one room. So let's start off with who all are here, and what are our roles. So we start with you, Rachit.
Thank you. I'm Rachit. Glad to be here. And I'll be performing in this wonderful show, A Cassette in My Walkman, and I'm a singer there.
Right, you're a singer. Nice. Okay, move on. Ritika.
Hi, I'm Ritika. What am I doing? I'm doing a few things for the show. I'm singing, I'm working with the crew to put the production together and having fun.
Nice. Okay, I'm Rusbe and I'm going to be the MC for the show.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's been quite rare that I've MC'd musical shows. I'm very excited. Thank you for the opportunity. Heymanji.
Hi guys, Babu Hemant Thakur, and I am playing keyboards in the show. Long association with Sandhya ji, and this is a new one which is I'm looking forward really, which is Cassette in a Walkman. Yeah, that's about it.
And
okay, I am Sandhya Badakere, and along with Ravi Shetty, we both are producers of this show, and we both are going to sing as well, perform as well.
Nice.
So now that we've had the introduction out of the way, अभी हम आएंगे आज के round table discussion पे. So this is a round table discussion. It's not a round table, but it's
Table discussion.
A table discussion.
Table discussion.
We're going to talk about the show. So Cassette in My Walkman, Sunheri Yade has brought the show. कितने साल से अभी हो रहा है ये show?
Sunheri Yade has been around for almost 10 years. Actually, when we started, we used to give every a concert a different name. Then we thought we should have a branding. So last 7 years we started using this Sunheri Yade, and that is our brand.
That's the brand Sunheri Yade. And this year the show is Cassette in My Walkman.
Yes.
Right. So what's Rachit, you've been associated with Sunheri Yade for quite a long time. Just recently I found from the archives, I found a very old interview. 2014 interview, I think it's along with you, where Rachit is talking about the show and you know, so tell us about your journey so far with Sunheri Yade and this. What's different about the show?
I think one thing that I can say outright, कि Sunheri Yade में I come to learn.
Okay.
You know, there are a lot of shows. I get a lot of content here that I get to learn from and then present. तो गाने ही ऐसे इतने बढ़िया मिलते हैं कि आप उनको आपको डेप्थ में जाके उनको थोड़ा समझना पड़ता है. Otherwise you can't.
Well said.
You can't quite present it. I remember once आंटी आपने एक गाना मुझे दिया था which was कर चले.
Oh, I remember that. I
And-
still get goosebumps.
कौन सा गाना है ये? Sorry.
कर चले हम फिदा, the patriotic one.
Patriotic
Yeah, I still get goosebumps with that.
And I didn't know. आंटी ने कहा बस हम इसको unplugged करेंगे. And I thought to myself, I said, I don't know how to present such a big song, लेकिन उसको इस version में हम कैसे present करेंगे? And then it was one. I think we had many discussions. I said, आंटी कुछ beat तो दो, कुछ military का drum पीछे आए, anything, you know.
I was saying, no, Rachit, you're just doing it this way. I'll help you out. And that was the last song of the show.
Yeah,
Yes,
last
that's the finale.
Probably the first time we've done a low-key end to a show.
Yes.
Wow.
And that, you know, luckily it went. I mean, of course, auntie had a vision and uncle had a vision, but I personally found that I had to challenge myself a lot. And so I think that is an aspect that you get in Sunheri Yade. वो गाने जो तराश के आपने ढूंढ के डाले.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
How does that process work for you? How do you come up with ऐसा concept कैसे आपने सोचा? क्योंकि Rachit very well said that usually you finish a show on a high song, like, you know, एकदम pumpy dance number, धूम मचाने वाला, and then this is a completely opposite take to it.
Absolutely.
What was your?
I would give that credit to my husband Sanjay, because he said this has to be the last song. This is going to be the finale. Now you decide how you want, what you think, how you hear it, because you are the singer, you are an artist. but I want this as the last song of the show, and it has to be sung by Rachit and nobody else.
Okay.
And then I had to think about it for a couple of days, and then I actually sung it for my husband. I said I want it unplugged, and this is how it will sound. Is it okay? And he was like, whoa. And now Rajit won't do anything else with that
And
song.
I still remember, like, during rehearsals and stuff, we were like, कैसे जाएगा show पे, stage पे कैसे जाएगा, क्योंकि rehearsal में it was sounding, it didn't sound full, like, no beat, no rhythm, like it sounded a bit off. Do you remember that? And then at the show, in the end, after he sang that, the audience was
They were in tears.
quiet.
Yeah.
They were in tears.
They were in
People,
tears.
yeah.
Like, I'm still getting goosebumps just recollecting that moment. He cried on stage.
There was total silence.
Total silence for a few seconds because no one knew हुआ क्या यहाँ पे. And then after a few seconds, the team started clapping. That's when the entire audience, the hall stood up and clapped.
While you're talking and you're saying this, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can imagine.
All of us had gone quiet. Like, we all just went, what a moment. What a moment. बहुत अच्छा गाया था तुमने वो रचित.
Thank you.
But
Beautiful.
basically what I feel is कि it's a brand सुंदरी यादें, churning out shows एक के बाद एक साल में in period of time.
Yeah.
काफ़ी shows हो गए. What different should we दिखाएं ना audience को?
Huh.
There has to be some different element. For that you need to take risk. So this was a big risk, taken, और सोचा देखा जाएगा जो होगा वो, But when you try out something, then only you realize कि ये कैसे जा रहा है, So it was like a
Yeah, we've always tried to do something
lifetime experience.
and taking some challenges, and
तो ये बार मेरे को लिया क्या as a challenge?
oh my God, you're scaring me.
No. Because Hemanji is looking at me and be like, they take risk. तो मैं बोला अच्छा ये बार मैं risk को शायद से ऐसा लग रहा है.
But Hemanji, like, you have been a part of Suneri Yade. In fact, even before we came up
2005.
with 2005, we have been performing together since 2005, and you've been a backbone of the music setup. How did you आपको कैसे फील हो रहा है अभी ये वाले कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ?
This is again out of the box.
हाँ.
Totally out of the box. Normally अगर पोस्टर की बात करें, posters आप देखते हो तो generally somewhere down the line you have photographs, you have where you can relate to a show, and then people चलो ये है चलो हाँ we'll go. But this time जो मैंने पोस्टर देखा है, that's totally different again. It's totally out of the textbooks.
बहुत मारामारी करना पड़ा हमको पोस्टर के
So I mean, so it is something out of the box. तो शुरू हो रहा है पोस्टर से.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
I
so
agree.
different, so you can expect it will be totally different show.
Yeah.
And I think that is what's happening ना, क्योंकि अगर आप एक चीज कर रहे हो इतने टाइम से तो उसमें innovation लाना, उसमें
लाना
कुछ नया
ज़रूरी है.
ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. And when we talk about the poster, a very close friend of mine, Elaine Chan, she has put in a lot of time and effort into designing the poster.
Yeah.
And we had to explain to her, what does a cassette in my Walkman mean? And for a non-Indian to put our thinking cap on and come up with that poster took her some time. But what a fantastic job. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And सिर्फ पोस्टर का
इसमें हम लोग अभी वो पोस्टर
दिखाएंगे हम पोस्टर 100% दिखाएंगे. और इसमें सिर्फ पोस्टर तो एक एस्पेक्ट है, but coming up with the selection of songs, and I'll let Rachit talk to the selection of songs, but coming up with the selection of songs, usually it used to be my father, but this time it was my family, other family, my sisters, my brothers, my husband, Shikha, Siddhi, Mayuri, Kalyani, Atul, Jatin. We all sat here for about 3 hours coming up with a list of songs. ये गाना, वो गाना, उसमें से फिर हम लोग कितने गाने हम लोगों ने किए, मे बी अबाउट 60-70 सॉन्ग्स का लिस्ट बनाया हम लोगों ने. उसमें से हम लोगों ने फिर काट छाट के ये वाले लेते हैं. तो रचित क्या लगता है तुमको सिलेक्शन के बारे में?
Selection, okay, without giving anything away, I think from my perspective, the songs on here are exactly just the name of the show, Cassette in my Walkman, is exactly what it is. कि वो गाने जो हमने मैं जो सुनते सुनते बड़ा हुआ हूँ नहीं वो नहीं जो गाने पहले से बने हुए थे and they have lived on you know those evergreen songs I don't know their conception right I know the concept I don't know their conception I've heard it I've understood it that's one thing जो ये गाने हैं हमने देखा कि let's say let's take a song not in here but forget I'm not taking any names but the song जैसे गाने you know let's say non filmy song let's say कि तन्हा दिल आशान ने तन्हा दिल की एल्बम निकाली right so famous I know कि वो एल्बम मेरे सामने निकली मुझे पता है कि मेरे वॉकमैन में वो कैसेट थी वो गाना मैंने कितनी बार सुना है उस गाने के बाद कौन सा गाना आता है उस गाने का एंड खत्म होते ही दिमाग में पहले ही आपका नया गाना शुरू हो जाता है राइट सो यू नो द ए साइड द बी साइड और इफ इट वाज एन MP3 द CD द स्किपिंग ऑफ व्हाटएवर यू नो
सारे लिरिक्स बाय हार्ट हो जाते हैं
लिरिक्स बाय हार्ट हो जाते हैं एंड उसके पीछे क्या क्रेज था हमने अपने
लंबे बाल थे शान के वो गाने में ना
अगर हमने उस गाने को किस सिचुएशन में अपनी लाइफ के अंदर अप्लाई किया है अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ अपने कॉलेज में अपने स्कूल में किस गाने पे पहली बार प्यार हुआ किस गाने पे पहली बार आपने
रचित अपनी स्टोरी बता रहे हैं
you know but ठीक है मेरी क्या सबकी स्टोरी है
क्योंकि गानों के साथ यादें जुड़ी होती हैं
so these are our I suppose these are मेरे लिए these are my memories being represented in the format of a show
And I think that's the whole idea of the show, ना कि आप वहाँ पे आओ, you listen to a song and you get back into your memory, down that memory lane कि अरे अच्छा वो थी इस गाने में.
और you know talking about गाने and preparation गानों का और ये सब हेमंत जी के लिए तो इस बार बहुत टफ जॉब है क्यों हेमंत जी?
वो तो है इनफैक्ट हर एक शो होता है वो चैलेंजिंग होता ही है बट दिस वन इज टोटली डिफरेंट तो if you allow me, I can introduce the team.
Oh yeah, please go for it.
Please, So this time around we have a great team of musicians, which includes on the rhythm side we have Nigel Kishore, highly talented musician, and then we have Dinesh Ratnaike. Now he is from Sri Lanka.
Oh.
So that's again a great element, again a different thing.
Yeah.
We have acoustic instruments. We have a brass section, where we have Rachel on trombone and Tomomi, she's from Japan. She's playing saxophone.
Oh.
So, and then we have Claude DeMello, again a great learned musician, great friend of mine. He's playing keyboards. And we have our old friend Ravi Shah, my colleague, Gujju colleague. He's on he's on lead guitar. We have Everard Fernandez. He's a very experienced bass player, so he's on bass guitar, and we have Darshan Lange, a very young guy. He's going to play rhythm guitar. Again, he's been regular part of our shows, and so this is our team.
We are introducing another new. Actually, he's not new. He's very well known in the Western community.
Okay.
Liam Smith. He's a very good friend of mine. I did my first cover with Liam, in fact. Fantastic guitarist.
Right.
Absolutely fantastic lead guitarist. He's actually a rock guitarist.
Okay.
So he's going to bring a beautiful element to this show.
So for such
then
briefing,
we have Navneel and
Prashant.
Prashant, tabla and dholak.
right.
Lastly, yours truly on keyboards.
I was just going to say that.
But you know, my question was around when there's people not from Indian background who are doing music in the show. How is the briefing for them?
So I have spent enough time with Dinesh, Tomomi, Rachel, and to a certain extent even Liam.
Right.
Because he doesn't listen to Bollywood music. Although he's Indian, but he's more into Western rock. And they come up with questions like, what does this mean in the song? So that they can bring that feel into the song when they're playing. Or sometimes I have questions like, the rhythm pattern doesn't match Ritika, can you help? So then sometimes I ring Hemant Ji, sometimes I ring Ravi Shah and I go, can you guys please help me explain this to these, musicians who don't understand Indian music.
Yeah.
But when I listen to them play, sometimes, can you listen to this? I'm just trying this little piece. Can you listen to this? And it's mind blowing. Liam, that day, we just went to, talk about a few songs. Ravisha, Liam and I caught up. And Raviji was telling Liam, "Arey, ye piece mein ye bajana hai." And he listened to it once and he played straight away.
Wow.
Right in front of me.
So I would add on कि जैसे you asked earlier कि show में क्या different है क्या है ना. So this is one aspect which will be a different totally, where people who have not heard the music, they are coming with their own ideas and merging with what we have in mind. We come out with a product. और जैसे गाने तो जो होंगे आप सुनेंगे वो तो obviously the great numbers, popular numbers. But again, it will be projected in a different way, I believe.
It's going to be projected in a very
so again,
different way.
that's a surprise element, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't want to add one thing. So, it's I want the audience to know what we are doing different.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm not going to give it out fully.
Okay.
We have new faces. There are new singers. These singers have been learning music from my mom for a long time.
Okay.
But it's time for them to take the platform. It's time for us to take a step back and for them to start performing. So we have new faces, new voices, very few solos. So you'll see a group of us on stage having a gala time, singing, performing our favorite numbers.
Right.
That's the difference.
I think one thing that I'm seeing as a constant is it's such good culture. You have stepped down, you have made other people in charge of other things. You guys have then taken that responsibility, you've stepped down and given your responsibilities to someone else. So it just shows such a positive and a growth culture कि हमने हमारा कर लिया. No, you guys come with your ideas, and because the audience is changing, right?
Yes.
Last 10 years, audience has changed.
Absolutely.
And I think having that understanding and having that vision के okay, market को अभी कुछ और चाहिए, कुछ नया लेकर आते हैं. I think that is something that stands you apart, is what my understanding from an outside perspective is, because I've never been associated with musical shows as such.
मैं क्या ऐड करूँगा यहाँ पे कि संजय जी के साथ तो I've been for 17 years.
17 years.
ठीक है. I've been with Sanjay also, so I've seen how he works. उनका song selection होता है, starts from there, and lot of things जो organize करने में होती है, वो सारा कुछ मैंने देखा है कैसे होता है. Now when Sanjay ji has taken a step back and when the youngsters come in, I'm sure they would realize कितना hard work है, कितने emotions जुड़े हुए हैं. And you feel अरे ये तो हमारा ही है, we have to do the best,
Yeah.
So possibly वो time पे जब संजय और संजय जी करते थे तो वो time पे family है सब है, but now they realize the value कि संजय और संजय जी का कितना sacrifices है, कितनी चीज़ करते थे वो लोग.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that you all have taken over and good luck.
Not y'all. We have taken over. You can't escape from this.
कोई passing the parcel कर रहा है.
वो वाली बात actually I do want to add कि Hemant ji has been such a just across the whole thing. When he joins a show, generally, he does provide this level of backbone जिसे आपने बोला ना. वो हमेशा से ही वो हमेशा provide करते हैं. And he doesn't say anything about it. And तो वो एक highlight ज़रूर होता है कि हेमंत जी हैं तो ठीक है. We are somewhat sorted. कोई गलती नहीं करने देंगे हम लोगों को,
But हेमंत जी हर जगह है ना. मतलब इनका
तो तभी तो हर जगह है. ऐसे नहीं होता है.
Let's talk about the show.
आज यहाँ पे हेमंत जी का टाइम लेकर आना बहुत मुश्किल से आज हमें मिला.
हम लोग अभी इतना हम लोगों के बारे में बात कर लिया हम लोगों ने. रुजबे, you are emceeing the show.
Yeah, I'm not still.
That's the most different thing in the show.
Exactly. इसलिए तो बोला रिस्क ले रहे
रिस्क है.
Yeah, please go on.
नहीं, मैं क्या बोलूँ अभी इस पे. I think मैंने इसके पहले एक शो किया था MC जिसमें हेमंत जी थे, तो उन्होंने भी शायद से एक वर्ड डाला ही होगा कि थोड़ा बहुत होता. I think my whole concept is जो ट्रेडिशनल शोज जो होते हैं उसके लिए मैं नहीं हूँ फिट MC, क्योंकि मेरा टाइम पास होता है. मतलब I have fun.
सुनो, टाइम पास होने वाला है.
I have fun because at the end of the day the audience, when my perspective is, if the audience is there, they are there to have fun. And if I can't provide the fun by my sur, I have to provide fun by whatever I have. So I will do what I have, my talent. I will try to show that. And if they allow me to sing, then I will sing also.
अब करना ही पड़ेगा.
नहीं मैं गा नहीं पाऊंगा क्योंकि मेरे को बैंड है. But I think it's a pleasure. हाँ, I'm banned to sing. But I've taken over.
बैंड भी बैन करेगा आपको.
बैंड भी बैन करेगा, सही बात है.
नहीं, but मैंने एक मेरा commitment रखा है अभी. So basically after the show gets over and after Sandhya aunty is free, I'm going to take classes from her and I'm going to learn singing. And the next show, the new element that will be there, that will be me.
Wow.
Yes, singer.
Wow.
Yeah?
Look forward to it. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
उसमें रुज़बे गाएगा, मेरी माँ MC करेगी, मैं कीबोर्ड बजाऊंगी. पूरा रोल चेंज होने वाला है.
मैं ऑडियंस में बैठूंगा.
He is playing safe. Look at that.
कितना भरोसा है यार मेरे पे.
रोल चेंज कर रहे हैं ना सब.
हेमंत जी का बीपी आया
सबको
हुआ
रॉन्ग
है.
प्रूव कर ले तू.
मैं सबको wrong proof करूँगा. Aunty, I need your some hours every week, every day. नहीं, but to be honest, I think it's a great show that's lined up. Cassette in my Walkman. If people need to, like, someone, I'm going to keep it open for anyone and everyone to pitch in over here. कोई हमें पहली बार देख रहा है or someone who is interested in music, what would be your message to them on why they should come and attend the show on the 6th of May at 6:30 p.m. sharp at Dorothy Vincent Center? देखा plugin देखा तुमने? यही तो मेरा काम है. तो बताइए इसमें why do you think someone should come and be a part of the show?
I think if you want to go down your own memory lane, then come to the show.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. We'll move on to Ritika.
For me, my message to the audience is you must come to the show, because you're going to experience something different. You're going to see group songs, you're going to see new faces, but about the songs itself, these are songs that I grew up listening to. I played at my birthday parties. I still dance to it. I'm sure you will too. So if you want to get up from your seats and dance with us, you have to come.
Perfect.
एज ए म्यूजिशियन मैं बोलूँगा कि
साउंड वाइज बताइए.
हाँ कि लाइव म्यूजिक चाहे कुछ भी हो, अगर आपको क्लासिकल समझ नहीं आता, क्लासिकल शो भी देखने जाओगे, लाइव हैज़ दैट इम्पैक्ट. इट क्रिएट एन इम्प्रेशन ऑन यू. इट टेक यू और ट्रांसेंड्स यू टू अ डिफरेंट लेवल. सो आई वुड से as this show is a different one, different kind of music, come to listen to music is different.
Perfect. Cool.
As a producer of the show, I would always say, please come, and you won't regret it. You'll be really, really happy when you go back with a lot of memories.
As a singer, what would you say?
As a singer, I think I'm just singing one duet, because I think at my age or from where I come, I don't think I would be able to do justice to the songs selected for the show as the younger generation would do. So, but I am singing. I don't give that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
And what would you tell our audience? Why should they come for the show? As a singer's perspective, not as a producer, because producer का अलग एक बोझा होता है ना.
प्रोड्यूसर का होता है मैंने पैसा बहुत डाला है, बॉस लोग प्लीज आओ.
वो नहीं चाहिए.
ये तो मैं इन बच्चों से भी कह रही थी, भाई सोच समझ के करना, जो करना पैसे हमने डालने.
तो as a singer, as a someone who's passionate about singing, about music, what would be your message to someone who is not equally but very interested in music? What would be your message to them? Why should they come for the show?
I would say, I think the songs we have chosen in this particular show are just beautiful, and if I'm not wrong, for all these years we've had a very loyal following. We have our niche audience coming all the time, and for all of them and the new ones, and I would really request people who haven't yet come for Sunehri Yadein, please do come, because they're just beautiful songs presented so differently, and you'll be so happy to listen to them. And I'm sure while listening you'll be a part of the show as well, sitting in your seats and humming it, dancing, everything. So please do come for a cassette in my Walkman on 6th of May at Dorothy Winston Center. We will be starting sharp at 6:30. So please be in your seats by 6:15. That will be wonderful to see you there.
Awesome. On that note, thank you so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, Ritika wants to add
Tickets
something.
are on sale, guys. Tickets are
I
on
think
sale.
by the time this episode comes out, there'll be very few tickets left. So grab your tickets as soon as you watch this
Oh,
episode.
no, actually, we've already got some tickets going already. People
Bookings, yeah.
messaging us for the number of tickets or the link. So the link on Ticket Bazaar is live now. We've already got people buying tickets, so please go ahead and do that.
Yes.
And watch out for the poster for details on who you can call to buy your tickets.
All right, and on that note, I think I also want to say that Backstage Nonsense has given you a lot of episodes. There's a lot of content. We've got episodes with Sandhya ji, we've got episode with Hemant, a lot of other musicians, stage artists. Go do check out Backstage Nonsense. It's Ritika and I. We are bringing that to you, so please go check that out as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for listening to Backstage Nonsense. Remember to check out A Cassette in My Walkman, a musical concert on 6th of May, 6:30 p.m. at Dorothy Winston Center.